Hello and welcome to Module 10 of Business Plan Academy for Veterans and Entrepreneurs. My name is Dr. KD Ewulu, and this is our 10th and final week where we review our suggestions and the activities that you should focus on in order to not only set up your business, but put together a business plan, a financial plan, the funding proposals, and raise money for your business and get started in the year 2021. Thank you for joining me. Tonight is what I've called the bonus section of the entire business plan. The first couple of weeks, we talked about setting up your business name, URLs, bank accounts, TIN numbers, websites. And then in week 6, we went into financial planning. We talked about the financial payback plan schedule. We also talked about your spreadsheet that involved your income statement, your staffing budget, your capital expenditure, and all the good stuff that go into putting together a comprehensive financial plan. And then, of course, in modules 8 and 9, we dealt with the business plan document itself, which is a 12 to 15 slide PowerPoint slide document that reviews not just your income statement, but it does review some of the things that you have to provide to will-be investors, okay? Your team, your business plan, your competition, your target market, your funding, and the plan that you have in place, paybacks, and of course, how investors will get their money back. All this are things that we have gone through, and we have shared the template with you so that you can have access to download. It belongs to you for life, and then you can work with those. Today, as I said, this is a bonus. And please feel free to ask questions as you might want to. I'm looking at the chat box. If there are any questions, you can just type them in there. If there are no questions and you think of something as you try to finish out this week, go ahead and send an email to support@kdeleadership.com with your questions, and a team member will get back to you as quickly as possible, usually within a couple of hours. So having said that, I want to share with us what we're going to be looking at tonight. As you can see, as I scroll down the screen, you see what we've done over the last couple of modules. From module 1 to module 9, we worked on the process of business planning and registration. In module 2, we looked at the business registrations. In module 3, we talked about URLs and official email addresses. And in module 4, we talked about the TIN number and corporate bank accounts. Module 5, we showed you how to put together websites, services, and e-commerce enabled websites. And then in module 6 and 7, we handled your 5-year financial plan, where we shared with you our templates for those plans and showed you how to fill out those plans. And that's in modules 6 and 7. And then in modules 8 and 9, of which 9 was last week, we also showed you the business plan document part 1 and business plan document part 2. So having said that, we are very, very close to the end of Business Plan Academy. And I really want to thank you guys for sticking with me, for learning to get your business set and ready. And as we approach the end of April, guess what? You're ready to get your business rolling. Budgets have been set in place in your will-be sponsors, will-be clients, will-be customers have set their budgets in place. Government, state, and federal have set their budgets in place. So it's time for business people like you and I to get out there with our business plan in place, with our funding in place, with our payback plans in place, with our companies set out, verifiable, identifiable, searchable, and ready to do business. Tonight, we'll look at funding and marketing strategies. And these are just tips my team have put together to help you now that you're on your way to getting business done. Now, having said that, if you look down here, you'll see that we have funding strategies and we have marketing strategies. All right. Now, having said that, I'm going to go ahead and show you what your template already will be showing you What you have on your template, if you go on the right-hand side of module 10, you're going to see a tab there that says materials. You click on that, it's going to open up a drop-down menu that shows you downloads, which by being an enrollee here, those downloads are for you free. They are just guidelines. I'm going to be sharing some of the contents of those guidelines with you in the next couple of minutes. And I'll start with the funding strategies. Okay, so as I said, now that you've completed your company setup, financials, and business presentation document, the next step is to actually acquire the funding needed to commence operations or to sustain operations. So this document I'm sharing with you briefly outlines the different types of funding available, what type that could be best suited for your type of business or age of business, and how to go about acquiring that funding. So the first thing is you can raise funds from your bank or financial institution. You can do this by applying for a loan. This is fully repayable, okay? That's a debt over the agreed period or term of the loan. If you do recall, over the last couple of modules, we shared about a 5-year financial plan. So I'm assuming that the minimum you're asking, payback period you're asking from your will-be investors will be 5 years, okay? Remember, your funding organization in this instance, a bank or financial institution, is not interested in owning a part of your business, okay? They want to invest, get their money back and a reasonable profit and let you run your business. Number two, you can raise money from family or friends. These are often personal loans, okay? And they can be repayable in cash, which we call debt, company ownership, which is equity, or a combination of both, okay? You could also raise smaller amounts from a larger group of people. That's what is called crowdfunding, which could also be a combination of debt and equity. When I say equity, it means that people are giving you money in exchange for a part ownership of your business. That means that the money they give you to invest into your business, you don't have to pay them back. But that money equates to an agreed to percentage ownership of your business. That is equity. Debt is money they loan you with a percentage interest that you have to pay back both the principal and interest. So when you say debt and equity, you mean these two things. And when you say a combination, sometimes people will loan you money and want you to pay back some of it, and then the other part of it becomes translated into a part ownership of the company. So we've talked about raising money from your bank or financial institution. We've talked about raising money from your family and friends. The third thing you can do is also issue an IPO, okay? An IPO is called an initial public offering. It's a general advertisement for members of the public to buy some of your shares as a way to raise money, okay? They become part owners of your company. And this is possible when your company becomes profitable and well-known and is a form of raising money through equity. You're never going to pay back any monies you raise from an IPO. Instead, those that procured shares in your firm or your company become part owners of that company. All right? You can also offer equity to targeted investors. You can decide that it's a targeted campaign to raise money from specific investors solely on a company ownership basis, okay? But remember, in order to keep control of your company, it's advisable that you retain a minimum of 51% ownership of your company. Don't sell more than 49% ownership of your company or you've lost your company, okay? Now, finally, we have what we call the backward and forward integration. And this occurs when you offer some form of ownership to entities that do business with you as a form of consolidation, all right? For example, if you bring a supplier of raw materials into your fold, it becomes backward integration. And what this means is that you don't have to pay for those goods and services anymore. They're giving you raw materials free of charge. But these unpaid for services become their contributions towards an agreed percentage ownership of your company. On the other hand, if you bring a warehousing or distribution company or an advert marketing company, sales company into your fold, that becomes what is called forward integration, okay? And again, you don't have to pay for those services any longer. In exchange, what now happens is that they give you those services free, and that's in exchange for being a part ownership of your company. Now, bigger companies often engage in this practice, and smaller companies who have a supply chain relationship with their vendor organizations can do this as well. Regardless of whether you go the debt or equity route in your funding process, you still need to have a tenured payback plan. That plan has to be agreed upon by your targeted funding partner. So I would advise that you please utilize KDE Leadership's funding proposal matrix. We provided it in this module as your guide towards developing your payback plan to your prospective investors and financiers. All right. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share this screen with you. It's a link I want to share with you for just a couple of minutes. I want you to take that link and just ensure that take a screenshot of that. What I'm showing you here now is you can download a copy of the payback plan template. Okay, we'll call it our loan schedule template here. That link you see there is what you can use. So if you've got a camera right now or your phone, just take a screenshot or take a photograph of that. And for those who are just listening and don't have visual access to what I'm saying, the link is https://www.kdeleadership.com/BPAVE. B as in boy, P as in Peter, A as in asterisk, V as in vendor, E as in everybody. _sales/payments/loan-schedule-template. Once you can do that, you're good to go. Now, having shared that, I'll also want to share with you, once again, something else we have to do as we move from funding to marketing. All right, now, it's definitely a no-brainer that marketing happens from the onset of your business, okay? But for the sake of clarity, I've lumped marketing in here with funding, because you need money to effectively advertise your services and seek for paying customers. We all know that either you're advertising through social media, or you're using radio and TV or print media, or guess what? You're actually engaging advertising professionals, media professionals, to go door to door and to hit selected targets for you. Whatever the case may be, this is what you have to do. These are the marketing strategies that exist out there. So this document briefly explains some of the marketing strategies that will help you get noticed and engaged with clients. Okay? Number one, you can leverage the internet. And when I say the internet, I mean Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, just name it. Set up a corporate social media account, not a personal one, okay? You need a corporate social media account. You see why it was important to set up a business name, to make sure it is incorporated as an entity, to make sure that people can find you. Because if you don't have that, you cannot set up a corporate social media account. Set that up, and you might try to migrate some of your private friends that you've made on your personal platform to this official platform, okay? However you want to do it, that's fine. You can also join online business groups, okay? And because this is where you expect to find your targeted audience, those that will become your customers, okay? You might go ahead to give free information there, post your thoughts and valuable insights there regularly, all right? Offer bonus products. And this you're doing for specified purchase orders or for target sectors. Whatever the case may be, government, schools, school districts, veterans, distribution companies, whatever the case may be, you might want to offer bonus products to people who want to buy your goods and services. Give them something for free, okay? Or something heavily discounted. They will appreciate it and they'll do business with you. You can also use a referral system to drum up new customers, okay? Offer discounts and savings coupons to current clients who successfully recommend your services to others and make them paying customers, okay? It's like a bonus. It's like allowing people, giving people heavy discounts for bringing you in their friends, relatives, and business associates, okay? Now, you can also seek barter services, barter as in BARTER. Okay, and that's with organizations within your supply chain network. Okay, you want to get somebody like, let's just, for instance, now you have a friend who does services for websites. Okay, you can say, hey, look, since you're such a guru in the internet world, is it possible for you to for freely advertise for me, get my name out there, get my company name out there in exchange for my template? Let's just say I have business plan document template, or I have payback period document template. Whatever template, I can say I can give you that as free, or I can coach your people on change management or diversity management, or any of the products that KDEL regularly coaches on. You can offer that service free in exchange for their own professional services to get your name out there. That's what I call barter services. You can also host and attend virtual trade shows, webinars, and professional organizations, their meetings. You can do the same thing to sensitize them as to what goods and services you have out there. Okay, the main thing is you can stick to these strategies. As I said, these strategies include leverage the internet, join online business groups, offer bonus products, use a referral system, seek barter services, host and attend virtual trade shows. Stick to your strategies. Be consistent. Don't be afraid of letting people know that this is what you do. Show them what you do. Be good at what you do. You've worked hard all week. You've worked hard the last nine weeks to ensure that your business is well set up. People know the services that you provide. Okay, get out there, meet people, talk with people, provide those goods and services, and make sure that your services are top notch. You don't want to provide services that people are going to complain about. Having said that, this is week 10 of BPAVE, okay? And this will be the final week. We're going to be broadcasting to you, answering questions. And as I said, if you have any questions, comments, or you need some clarification, don't forget to send us an email at support@kdeleadership.com. Otherwise, you can also just go down to, if you're on Facebook Live right now, go down to the comment section and just write in your comments, and a team member will get back to you in a couple of hours. Having said that, it's time for me to, in the absence of any more questions, it's time for me to back off and let you get your work done this week. We're going to be having one more broadcast on Thursday in a couple of days, and that's where I'm going to look at what you've done. And for those of you who have completed, we can say congratulations for finishing this program, and I'm going to be wishing you the best and giving you a final wrap up and tidbits on how to get out there and engage the world. So in the absence of any more questions, I want to say thank you for being here with me. You take care of yourself, and I'm going to be seeing you again in a couple of days. Keep the faith.